This student loan plan cuts some people's payments to $0. The administration yesterday launched the beta website for an income-driven repayment plan that can lower your monthly bills and decrease the amount you have to pay back over the lifetime of your loans. For millions of Americans, it will reduce monthly payments to zero. Surprised? This thing called the SAVE Plan has been lurking in the shadows while the Biden administration pursued its doomed program to wipe out up to $20,000 in student loans. While the Supreme Court rejected that earlier this summer, the SAVE Plan has moved forward and will be in full swing by next year. This concept of income-driven repayment plans is not new. There are several programs in existence that base loan payments on a borrower's income and family size, regardless of how much student debt they owe. But this SAVE plan offers some of the most lenient terms of all, saving the typical borrower $1,000 per year. And it shows how Biden is still trying to notch a student loan victory after the big promises that he's made.
Yeah, I mean, this sounds really good on paper, obviously, especially if you have student loan debts. The big asterisk is definitely the cost of it. So the SAVE plan is estimated to cost the federal government between $138 billion and $361 billion over the next 10 years. But in comparison, Biden's last student loan forgiveness plan was expected to cost around $400 billion. So maybe it's a bargain if you consider anything that has a $361 billion price tag a bargain. But yeah, it does seem weird, though, that we did this whole song and dance with his previous program when this one has much stabler legal footing.
Yeah.
It has a much better chance of actually coming to fruition.
It's just the way they went about it. I think they went through the proper channels of going through the education department in conjunction with Congress and the existing, and it's based on existing precedent.
Right.
Like there's what Biden did with the 20,000 student loan forgiveness was go around Congress and do this executive action. And when you start doing that, that opens you up to a lot of legal troubles. This might face legal troubles, and there are opponents. A lot of the Republicans say, look, this is the same thing. You're making college free. The people who don't have student loans are being unfairly harmed, and they're probably looking for any plaintiff right now to go sue the administration, so we could see that coming. But it does appear like this has much stronger legal footing than Biden kind of going out on his own and invoking, the HEROES Act, which he did for the other payment plan.
Yeah, there is a thing already called the Repay Plan, which is revised pay as you earn, which is also an income-driven repayment plan. So again, this is just building upon that, and it's increasing the threshold for what you qualify as. And again, the argument of paying for free college, which is a lot of what Republicans are pushing back against this for, it's still like the income threshold is $32,000. So it's not exactly like the elite or anything.
That's to have your payments like literally reduced to zero.
Right. And again, like $32,000 a year is not, you're not raking in the dough. So that narrative always seems like a little bit, I don't know. To me, it always seemed a little bit overblown that you're paying for free college for the elite. But yeah, it's great for millions of Americans. And it's great for any company, too, that relies on discretionary spending because like we saw the Chipotle CEO talking about how would this impact burrito sales? Because, again, this puts money back in people's pockets, money that could be going to burritos if you're Chipotle.
Yeah. Well, he was like, I don't think it's going to take a hit. So a lot of retailers are bracing for this resumption of student loan payments after more than 3 years where nobody's had to pay anything. And everyone's a little curious about how it's going to play out and how much spending is going to take a hit. There are forecasts that, let's just talk about the restaurant industry, that it's going to wipe out $11 billion in annual sales, and which amounts to 2% of all sales. But I thought this is the funniest part about that interview where he was talking about the student loan impact was he's like, I don't think millennials who have to pay student loans are going to skimp on a $9 burrito. I was thinking to myself, what? In what Chipotle is there a $9 burrito?
I'm 14 plus easy. Maybe it's because we put too much guac in. I think we're guac guys. Hey, thanks for watching. And if you want more Morning Brew Daily, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And also check out the rest of our episodes wherever you get your podcasts.
New episodes drop at 7 a.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday. And you can email us at morningbrewdaily@morningbrew.com.